What is up to all my fell-handed finessers? This is Fonzarelli Fell-Hand. I was sick the last 4 days, had a really rough go of it. Luckily, I am through that. We are all over and done. Moving on. We are going to have a giveaway at some point this week, as usual. And today, we are going to be running this Stug. Now, you guys know, those of you that know me, know that I do not run a whole lot of tank destroyers. It is not my cup of tea. I do not do it. I am not a fan of it. What have you. Now, we are low tier in this particular match. This particular match goes south rather quickly. Now, guys, when you're in a tank destroyer on this particular map, there are 1 to 2 schools of thought. You camp the left flank, or you camp the right flank. You can camp the mid, but the problem is, if somebody peeks up and you fire, you're going to get spotted, and then you're going to get lit up by the other guys in the mid. So, typically it's left or right. If you end up camping the right, you are at some point going to be in a direct confrontation, simply because that's, you know, the primary push point, and somebody is going to end up seeing you take some shots at you. My whole school of thought here is if I post up in the bushes, maybe I won't be seen. Of course, as you can see, my sixth sense is going off. That did not work very well, but we are on a little hill here, if you will. We can pull up, we can fire, we can pull back down, we can reload, we can do what it do. Excuse me. I was talking to the tank. Moving on! Well, the situation is, right now, the team is holding. The downside is we're kind of consolidating our position on the left flank. It's a good and it's a bad thing. Primarily, it's a bad thing. You need to actually push somewhere. As you can see, we are not necessarily about that city life. I am really glad I didn't go over there. It's like I say, guys. When you lemming train, it's either going to go really good or it's going to go really bad. And unfortunately, this is kind of that side. Now, a lot of guys ask me this. You know, well, my team always lemming trains. What do I do? I want to be the guy that goes over there and holds a flank down. Never be the guy that goes and holds a flank down, because you will die way sooner than you should be. I know a lot of people disagree with me. They're like, oh, no, I can at least slow them down, da-da-da. You might be able to slow them down a little bit, but in the end, you're still going to be dead, and there's other folks going to be alive that follow the lemming train. So, yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I don't like dying. It's like life insurance. You have to die to win. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of going out. You know, you need to stay in the game, guys, as long as you can. Put in as much work as you can put in and call it a day. You know, don't go out there doing something that you know is going to end up getting you wrecked early on. Moving on back to the game here, guys. We're taking some shots in the mid. I chose the windmill here because I've got some hard cover if things go pear-shaped, which they most certainly do. We are putting fire on a really crunchy tank. At this tier, fighting that tier, you know, T29, just forget about it. It is what it is. We can only do so much. We have some APCR loaded, you know, see if we can maybe get some things going on. As you can see here, the game has already been decided minutes ago. It's not going well for us. Things are going poorly. And that's kind of the thing. When you have a team that is doesn't make moves at all, is just as bad as making the wrong move. If you end up doing nothing, it's not good at all. We're going to try to take some long-range shots here. Attacks of opportunity is just kind of what a tank destroyer is about. Now, granted, of course, normally they get in a good position, post up and wait for people to drive across their reticle. But in this case, we are displacing. We are shucking and jiving, moving. We're trying to get the heck out of Dodge. simply because that guy took the kill shot for me. simply because they just keep pushing that flank. And the sad thing is, that's where everybody was. Everybody from my green team was over there at the flank. There's not a lot you can do in that case, except say, okay, yeah, you got me. You know what I mean? Because they just didn't hang on. They just did not make anything happen. We've got this big boy right here again. We're going to try to put some rounds in him. He's going to spot me eventually, and then things are going to really be just a ball of joy for little old me. We are trying to put some rounds on him. We're being marginally successful, trying to really shoot anything in that zone. I got greedy here. I just wanted to pull up and pop another one off there. Luckily that gent missed, and now we're going to duck down behind cover and get the fudge out of dodge. And if you look at the top of the map, or at the top of the screen there, we were winning. We were ahead on tanks. Oh, it was magnificent. They have put us in an armbar. They have the team in an armbar and are just doing horrible things to us. I am falling back. I am displacing. I am getting out of here. I'm not about that life. Catch me on the flip side. I am being pursued, and I'm going to try my best is to DPM this gent as he comes up. I kind of have an idea what he's going to do. And man, that gun is just going to do horrible things to me. But you know what? Sometimes, guys, all you can do is just fight it out to the end. There goes the clicker. Of course, the clicker. The hidden transponder in my tank directs the clickers where to fire. That's just how it goes. So, you know, we didn't do fantastic. We didn't do awful. But, you know, I kind of want to show you guys that these things you guys email me about happens to little old me as well. Guys, I really hope you enjoy. Make sure to like, subscribe, share. We'll see you guys next time. Woo!